Marcus Trescothick scored his first LV County Championship 100 since September 2012, as Somerset's batsmen kept Sussex in the field for a large part of the second day of their latest match at the Brighton and HoveJobs.com ground. Only 32 overs had been possible on the first day, and from those, Trescothick had battled hard for his 39 runs, made out of a score of 83 for 3. That was soon 89 for 4 as Somerset lost the second of their night watchmen, Alfonso Thomas, leg before to Chris Jordan. From there, Sussex would have fancied bowling out their opposition fairly cheaply, and they might have done that had Ed Joyce not dropped an early chance offered by Alvaro Peterson. It was to prove very costly as Sussex went 44 overs without getting a further wicket. Trescothick's first job was to convert his overnight score into a 50, and that he managed to do after 50 minutes of play, courtesy of this pulled couple. Trescothick had needed a hard-working 112 balls for his half-century, from which he'd found the boundary on 7 occasions. Sussex's attack, for the most part, kept things tight, although Peterson went after Ashar Zaidi and stroked him for a straight 6. Some opposition may look at the spinner as the weakest part of this formidable bowling lineup, although he did cause his own problems, with both Peterson and Trescothick having their moments against him. They got through these though, and their partnership started to build into something rather meaningful. James Anyon was the most expensive of the bowlers, as both batsmen scored plenty of boundaries off him. Almost for the first time this season, Sussex were up against it, as this pair batted through the morning session, scoring fairly briskly at times too. Somerset would have been feeling good about life, as although they were 4 down, 2 of those out would normally have been batting at numbers 10 and 11. Peterson passed a 50 off 103 balls before all eyes turned to Trescothick. Much has been said about his lack of form last year when he failed to score a ton for the first time since 1998, and there would have been a few nervous teammates on the dressing room balcony as he approached 3 figures at last. And here it is, the moment the monkey was ripped off his back. His teammates did indeed give him a standing ovation from afar as he drove Anyon through the covers for the runs he required. Not a man known for his expressions of emotion on a cricket pitch too often, there was even a little fist pump as Trescothick reached his mark of 214 balls after exactly 5 hours of crease occupation. His partnership with Peterson, who made 76, was worth 139 and was ended when the South African missed a ball from Ashar and then failed to get his back foot back to be stumped. Trescothick, though, was still there when the 250 was reached, and everything in the Somerset garden was rosy. His 52nd 100 came to an end soon after that. On 116 and facing the second new ball, he was comprehensively bowled by Steve McGoffin to leave with his side on 253 for 6. That new cherry did the business for Sussex. Jordan claimed his 4th wicket of the innings as James Hildreth was unable to keep a rising ball down to offer Joyce a simple catch. Then in the next over, John Lewis found enough movement off the pitch to have Craig Kieswetter also held by Joyce, with a total now slipping to 267 for 8. Johan Myburg and Peter Trigo, one of the best 9 and 10s to play this game, then took the total to 297 before the latter was out, leaving it to Myburg and last man Lewis Gregory to take their side beyond 300 for a 3rd batting bonus point. In the end, they failed by only 2 runs to bag a 4th with the bat. Gregory struck a couple of towering 6s as Somerset made it to 348 for 9 at the end of the 110 bonus point scoring overs. With Gregory making 47 and Myburg an undefeated 37, this pair added 75 runs for the last wicket. So they were all out for 372 when Jordan collected his 5th wicket for analysis of 5 for 76. Luke Wells with the catch at point as Gregory departed, leaving Sussex 11 overs to survive at the end of the day. Joyce is of course not a man to be flustered by such things normally, but Alfonso Thomas had him nibbling in the 5th over as he was caught at the wicket for 6, a first failure for him this summer. Gregory also found the edge of Wells's bat before stumps were drawn, only for the ball to fall short of the slips on its way to the fence. From those 11 overs, Sussex made 25 for 1, which means that they're going to day 3 still 347 runs behind. it will be an important day for the home side to ensure that they keep in touch with their opponents.